Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
Now, you just said something about Apostle Suleiman. What is your relationship with him?
He's actually my cousin from my mother's side, but I call him my uncle because you know how you call people your cousin. It looks like you guys are all mates. So with the kind of respect I have for him, I call him my uncle.
So how do you feel about some of the things that get said about him or get written about him? John, sir, are there chance of you and Johnny Okosu?
Well, if you say reconcile because of our son, just to be cordial, why not? He is the one that turned me to his enemy. I've dated a handful of men, maybe 4 or 5 men in my whole life. I'm 42, and all these men are my friends. They are still my friends. Johnny is the only one that is not my friend, and he decided that he wants it that way. So if Johnny wants us to be friends and cordial just because of his son, I am open for it. He is the one that created enmity in the first place. But when you talk about the other kind of relationship, man, that ship slayed a long time ago. I've way gone past that the things he did to me. I cannot even begin to remember them and think that I'm going to want to be in that way with such a person. Now, apart from that, I have a man in my life who is fantastic, who has in the last 10 years treated me like a princess, like a goddess. Before I sneeze, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, who has been there for me and my son, who has always, put me first in everything he does. So, I mean, leaving such a fine, handsome gentleman for a bad relationship because there's a child in between is now some illiterate think I'm like that. Me queen, it's not possible, especially when I know that it's not as if he even loved me. I find out years later that it was just because of prophecy they gave him that he came. So, and I know that he doesn't like black women. Why will I waste my time when I know when I am with someone who has pure love and honest love for me? So that's just it. It can't happen.
Okay, would you like to tell us about this new man in your life who you have eulogized so much? Tell us about
That's all I can say about him. He's been there in my life for 10 years and still counting. He's an amazing person. And the fact that whenever I put my relationship out there, they break. There's somebody else before him that immediately I posted pictures here and there. One Nollywood actress snatched them from my hand. So I decided after that time, any relationship I have, it's not going to be public, it's not going to be for public consumption. So I talk about my man all the time if you follow me, but I never put his name. So my fans and followers knows my man's name as Sugar Me. That's what I call him because he's from Imo State, but his mother is Yoruba, he's from Ijebu-Go. So so I call him Sugar Me, Ale Nobody. That means that my sugar and a husband to nobody, that's only me, now only me get him. So I'm proud of the relationship because of the kind of bond we share and the fact that he's a father figure, the type of father figure I wanted for my son. So I think that's about all I can say about him. He's not based here, he's based in Canada anyway. So
is he not married?
No, he's not married. Yeah, he was married. He also had a bad relationship. He actually caught his wife on his matrimonial bed with his best friend. So he too has a fair share of how bad some women can be. So when he met me, it took us 2 years to be friends before we started dating. So he too now, he was able to form that trust with me. I was able to form that trust with him because I have been hot, he has been hot. So we kind of mend our hearts together and that's just it.
So when are both of you looking at getting married, settling down?
To be honest with you as well, I don't think I will ever get married. I don't think so. Marriage is not in my list. It's not. I've always thought that, each year he gives me a wedding ring every year, and he said he was going to give me a wedding ring every year until I finally officially marry him. His family knows me. If Pikin come, I go born. Pikin never come. So, basically that's it. And I think another thing that affected me with this marriage issue was the fact that I kept thinking, if I marry somebody else, you know, the man will not treat my son like his own. He would never want to treat my son. You know, I kind of was thinking of my son so much, and then I was also saying, I don't want to marry anybody and be vulnerable again. I want to have my money. I want to have my house. That way, if I marry you and you mess up, I will just move my things back to my house. And not that I'll be looking for, I mean, where will I squat with 3 children or 2 children? One self was a handful, you know. So I kept telling myself all these things, and all that was in my head was the work. And I think that my relationship with him has really worked so far, because he understands me. When he pushed for the marriage so much, I said, I don't do again. Then he said, okay, I will leave you until you're ready. And the fact that he's not also based here has also helped, because I'm a workaholic.